Hi everyone, Nicholas here with JiveFusion Technologies. In this short little video, I would just like to go over quickly the settings that you should check before each new document that you need to translate. Checking those is mostly for peace of mind, really, and will only take a handful of seconds. I really recommend it. It will save you from sending information into the wrong TMs or then later on wondering what happened to my translations. It's just good form to get in the habit of doing this prior to starting a new document. Uh, in my little example here, I'm working locally only. I am not connected to a server, but the process is the exact same. Working locally, I have my own translation memories open in Fusion, as well as my terminology base. Uh, so, which settings am I talking about? Quite simply, go under Tools, Profile Options. Now, the profile options include a whole bunch of settings. Most of those, however, are set and forget type of thing. You do not need to modify them for every new document. The ones I am talking about is simply the list of resources, aka terminology bases and translation memories, that you will be working with for the document at hand. So, you select the searching section here, as I've done, and you'll have the list of translation memories and terminology bases available to you. Now, as I mentioned, I'm only working in local mode, so I'm seeing my local TMs, and some of you who work in a server mode will not have local TMs. That's perfectly fine. You will see the list of TMs just listed under a different name, but the process is the exact same. So what you do here is quite simply select the resources that you're interested in for this particular document. A quick little hint, because a lot of people have been asking me, if you have a long list and you want to check or uncheck all of them at once, select any one within the list. So highlight it so that, click on it and highlight it so that it's blue, and then hold and press and hold, the Shift key while checking or unchecking the corresponding box, and that will, as you see, check or uncheck everything. Now, I've only got 3 in my case, so it's not really relevant, but if you have 50, 100, 200, it can quite quickly become tedious to uncheck all the ones that we don't want anymore. So let's say for this document, I don't want to work with the CHS transition memory for my searches, so I select only my other 2 resources. Note that you should order each resource because results will be returned to you in the order that you select your resources. So the most relevant and appropriate transition memories or terminology bases should be put on top, and the secondary ones, the one that you're looking for, just in case, should be put below those. In order to modify the order, it's quite simply, again, select the resource in question by clicking on its name, and then use the little buttons on the right hand side to move it down or up, or moving to top. The order is obviously not affected by the resources that you're not using for this job. The only relevant order is the one relative between the resources that you've selected. So, under searching, I have selected the resources that I want to use when I'm sending a request. And what I should also do is go under the updating section. Under the updating section, I will be selecting which transition memory or transition memories, because you can update more than one, I want to update on the fly as I'm translating. The advantage of doing that is that if the same sentence reappears later within the document, or even parts of it, I will get the benefit of what I've already translated. If you don't update as you go, I mean, no big deal, except that, yeah, repetitions, you will need to remember that you actually use such and such terminology, etc., etc. I just noticed, not noticed, but noted that you can update more than one translation memory at any given time. And it is true, you can do so if you want. I will just warn you again against um, updating multiple transition memories sort of without rhyme or reason. Uh, if you separate your transition memories in the first place is because you want to have uh, information or data that's pertinent to one customer or domain or whatever it is. Uh, Duplicating the information throughout all your transition memories sort of defeats the purpose of having several. If you find yourself that you're always updating the same group of transition memories, chances are those could just be merged together. It would make it easier for you to select. It would make maintenance easier. Um, I mean, really think about it if you find yourself always having to update more than one uh, transition memory. However, that's pretty much all there is to it. So select the transition memory that you want to be updating for this project, and then you should be good to go. Uh, One quick note, actually, this mine here was unchecked. Always keep these two boxes, both for searching and updating, checked. It's very easy to not notice that we've unchecked them and then wonder why our information is either not being searched or not being sent to the correct translation memories. Once you've completed your selection, simply click OK. Your changes will be saved, and from now on your searches and your updates will use those settings. So to recap, before any new document, launch Fusion, come to the Tools menu, Profile Options, double check that under Searching you have the right resources that you want to be working with, and same thing under Updating. Once everything is A-OK, simply click OK, and you'll be ready to go. Alright, hope this was helpful, and see you next time.